has your faith changed since you were, say, 20 years old, 30 years old? I mean, has your faith deepened? I'm just curious, how have you grown in your faith since then?
Well, there was a time when I stopped growing. Honestly, life starts to beat me up a bit, and I certainly had my fair share, and well chronicled in a lot of the different books that I've written. But you just get weary. The Bible says, "Do not weary in well doing," because we get weary, and I was just not excited about my faith anymore. I loved Jesus, never stopped believing in Jesus, but I'd go to church and it was like meh. I didn't like the worship music. To me as a musician was too, I didn't respond to it. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to sing the same verse and the same words over and over and over. I cannot do it. I'm a lyricist. I've written Broadway shows. I've written movie scores. I can't sit there, and I don't want to feel bad sitting there when everybody else is loving it. I'm going, what's wrong with me? I'm just not that person. And God didn't make me that way. So I set about to write things that move me, and I pray to God that it'll move other people. So I'm praying that when people leave the way, and then hopefully go to their bookstores and pick up the book, The God of the Way, that it'll be because they've seen that God is they can taste God a little bit better, and they know that it tastes good. They want more. I want them to grow in their faith because they've become more aware of that He wants to redeem all of humankind and bring us back to the Father's house. It's called Bet Av. It's a beautiful thing. When Jesus said, "I go to prepare a place for you," He didn't say there are many mansions in my Father's house. That's another bad translation. He said, in my house, in my Father's house, there are many rooms. And that's the way the ancient patriarchal society in Israel worked. That a couple would become engaged, the man would go back to the family home and start building a room for his beloved. And that's what Jesus is doing for His church right now. And we won't care if we're in a mansion. We're going to be in the most beautiful place in all the world, because we'll be in the presence of God. So I just want people to stretch their faith